You on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 9 on Fargo CW.
We start tonight with a developing story out of Richland County, where school administrators say they are investigating an unsettling threat from one of their own students. Someone called our whistleblower hotline to say that the student in question yesterday afternoon threatened to shoot up the school after becoming upset with other students and staff. Richland County Sheriff's investigators and school administrators say there was no imminent threat to those at Richland 44. A close source to the school told Valley News Live that depending on the findings, they could be removed from the school. Now, School Board President Lisa Admonson issued a statement to Valley News Live saying the investigation is ongoing and the student responsible has been suspended. School officials are unable to comment further at this time due to the pending investigation and student privacy laws. So if you need help with an issue in your community, call us on our whistleblower hotline. That's 701-237-6576 and leave your tip. A member of our investigative team will get on the case and then go to work to expose the truth. A local family is asking for your help finding a missing teen. Take a look. They say 14-year-old Sierra Walsh has been reported missing to police. The last time family saw her was 4 o'clock yesterday. Sierra is about 5'4" with brown eyes and reddish brown hair. Family also says she has several piercings, including in her upper lip. She was last seen wearing a black jacket and black boots. If you have any information, you're asked to call Dilworth Police at the number on the bottom of your screen, which is 218-287-2666. Coming up after weather, the latest on the pipeline leak in South Dakota, where officials are still working around the clock. Plus, a major nonprofit that helps fight premature births and birth defects all across the country is shutting down one of its most popular events of the year. But first, Robert, it's quiet tonight. Is it going to stay quiet heading into the weekend?
Should stay mainly quiet as we head through the overnight hours. Tomorrow, though, breezes will be here along with some rather cold air. A live look outside on the CorwinAuto.com Valley Skycam, part of the Storm Team Skycam network. Some mostly cloudy skies here into the Fargo-Moorhead area, and temperatures, they're on the cold side. 24 feels more like 13. Winds out of the north and northwest at 12 miles per hour. Degree cooler across the river in Moorhead. Temperatures elsewhere down to 10 up in the Langdon area. Also 10 in Cavalier, 18 in Thief River Falls, 18 in Roseau, 22 Bemidji, 28 over in the Wadena area. Winds tonight are going to stay rather light, but tomorrow they're really going to pick up out of the north and northwest as we get a reinforcing shot of some cold air. Right now, those winds generally around 5 to 15 miles per hour, and that's creating some wind chills as cold as 2 in Langdon, 3 in Hallock, 9 in Thief River Falls, also 9 into the Valley City area. Cloud cover, quite a bit of it out there, except for the extreme northern portions of the valley. Some brighter white clouds off towards the west, and we'll show you what's under those clouds here in just a moment. Most of the area quiet, maybe a few isolated flakes in our extreme southern counties. Off to the west, this is a thunderstorm, actually, with freezing rain, sleet, and bursts of heavy snow. That continues to slide off towards the east and southeast, making its way through Hebron right now. Don't think that will affect our area, but we'll keep an eye on that as we head through the next several hours. Off to the south, a little bit of snow, changes to rain in the warmer air, particularly across Nebraska and Iowa. Tremendous snow is falling in parts of the Rocky Mountains, snow falling at the rate of 2 to 3 inches an hour at some of the higher peaks there. Off towards the west, a little bit of rain and higher elevation snows, and off toward the east, some rain making its way through the Great Lakes. For us, as we head through the overnight hours, we'll see some partly to mostly cloudy skies. Those clouds get on out of here for at least a little while. Then here comes the reinforcing shot of cooler air. Along with it, maybe a few flurries and snow showers. It's showing trends of being drier than it showed earlier this evening, but could see a few flakes as that moves on through. The bigger story will be the strong and gusty northwest winds. High temperatures only in the teens and the 20s. We're going to see wind chills for much of the day below 0 in the Devil's Lake Basin. The rest of the region, we'll see wind chills in the single digits for much of the day, and temperatures start to drop on off quickly as we head into tomorrow evening. Here in Fargo, we'll start off the day with maybe a few flurries around. Temperatures into the upper teens. Not much of a warm-up by lunchtime into the mid-20s, and that's about it for our high. We'll see temperatures steady to slowly falling in the afternoon. Mid-20s at 4 o'clock with sunny skies, but again, wind chills in the single digits. Picture of the day, turkey trot in Georgetown. Thanks so much to Donna for sending that in. We're going to use that as the backdrop to our 7-day forecast. And again, breezy and cold Saturday, but a quick rebound on Sunday. Low 40s, near 50 on Monday. Chance for a wintry mix across the far north. A cold day Tuesday, less cold Wednesday, And right now, Thanksgiving is looking pretty good.
Yes, it is. And is it too early to tell if we're close to reaching those record-breaking temperatures at all for getting into the highs?
I don't think we'll see any record-breaking highs, but certainly well above normal for a few days.
All right. Thanks, Robert. Developing tonight, pipeline officials say the leak of oil from the Keystone Pipeline is controlled and not a threat to public safety. TransCanada representatives say they have sent more than 75 people to the site of a spill in a rural area of South Dakota, which is near the border of North Dakota. Crews are working around the clock. The company shut down the pipeline early yesterday after discovering the 210,000-gallon spill on agricultural land in Marshall County. That's just south of the border with North Dakota. Workers now say they are beginning the cleanup process today after ensuring everyone's safety. Now, this is a picture of the actual spill site where our crews were not allowed due to safety concerns. There were some questions about a 5-hour gap between the pipeline company detecting the leak and then the notification of state environmental officials and South Dakota Environmental Management. They say they will be looking into the reason for that delay. North Dakota Border Patrol officers have arrested a man tied to a street gang that President Donald Trump has vowed to destroy as part of his crackdown on crime. Amara Salvatrua, or MS-13 gang member, was arrested by Grand Forks sector agents. The 39-year-old citizen and national of El Salvador, Central America, was arrested and was in the U.S. illegally. Record checks confirm the identity of the man and that he had been previously ordered to be removed from the U.S. back in 2013. A follow-up investigation also discovered the subject to be a member of the MS-13 gang. He is in the Grand Forks County Jail pending removal proceedings. To report suspicious activity to U.S. Border Patrol, contact Grand Forks Sector at 800-982-4077. A man was injured this afternoon after police say he was holding on to the side of a pickup, fell off, and then was run over by the rear wheels. Emergency crews were called out to the area just southeast of I-94 and Cheyenne Street in West Fargo shortly after noon today. After investigating, they found that a 22-year-old man was riding on the running boards of the pickup and fell off before being run over. The man was taken by ambulance to a local hospital. Authorities have not released his name or given an update on his condition. And the man responsible for the murder of a West Fargo woman in 1995 will remain behind bars. This is after his appeal was rejected. Barry Garcia was 16 years old when he shot and killed Cheryl Tendeland. His lawyers filed an appeal based on a new state law that bans sentences for juveniles without the possibility of parole. But North Dakota Supreme Court justices said the law was passed after Garcia filed his appeal and would be up to a judge whether the law applies retroactively to him. Garcia is the only current inmate in North Dakota who was sentenced to life without parole for a crime committed as a juvenile. There's a push in Washington to bring drones into everyday life. The Department of Transportation announced a program that will partner with communities all across the country to figure out the best way to utilize unmanned aircraft technology. Our Washington Bureau's Peter Zampa spoke with an official at the Federal Aviation Administration who says drones are coming, and who wants to be first?
Flying High, a drone integration pilot program could be coming to a town near you. The Department of Transportation announcing a 3-year test to see how unmanned aircraft can be utilized as a part of daily life in the U.S. Dan Elwell is the Deputy Administrator of the Federal Aviation Administration. He says exciting times are on the horizon.
We're rewriting and about to write new chapters in the book of aviation in this country. And this, to me, is the biggest thing that we've gone out to do since the jet age.
Elwell says they want to gather real data from real communities to see how drones can be best used for everyday things, like grocery delivery, photography, firefighting, and much more. He says the program is meant to pinpoint what shortcomings need to be worked out before they're normalized.
Local communities, what role do they have in governing and overseeing drone operations? Because that's a question that we need to have resolved.
The administration is selecting 5 communities to begin this pilot program. Senator John Hoeven from the drone hotbed state of North Dakota says he's working hard to get his state selected.
It's off and running, so our challenge is to make sure that we manage it the right way.
Hoeven says the program will be great for addressing concerns of Americans when it comes to unmanned aircraft. He says privacy and security need to be taken into account, but when those issues are solved, the sky is the limit.
We need to figure out how to do it in our airspace, but address all these issues that we're talking about so people are comfortable.
Communities who want to participate have to send a notice of intent by November 28th. Applicants selected can begin flying drones under the agreement on May 7th, 2018. In Washington, Peter Zampa, Valley News Live.
North Dakota continues to be a leader in drone technology. The Northern Plains UAS test site Grand Forks was the first location in the country authorized for drone testing beyond the line of sight of the operator. Today is World Prematurity Day, but as the March of Dimes works to raise awareness on premature births, here in Fargo, it's lost its presence. An anonymous source tells us that nationally, the nonprofit had a goal last year to cut $28 million in spending. Many local offices were closed, including the one in Fargo. A March of Dimes representative says that's due in part to a crowded nonprofit market.
With the advent of social media, it's a lot easier for these nonprofits and other businesses in general to contact you. And just the sheer number of nonprofits has gone up.
The March of Dimes says they've hired a new maternal child health director for Fargo. However, no date has been set for her start, but we're told it will be soon.